You know, I've been known for my off-season predictions
Oh boy.
and craziness.
Shoot.
I'm not trusting none of that. I don't know if Deshaun Watson gonna be ready at what point in time he's gonna be throwing, or how limited he's gonna be. I don't know.
The expectations is he'll be ready for camp.
We can't have no expectations for Watson. There's no such thing as expectations. Your boy, what's Nick Chubb? He's on bubble wrap. He's not going to get touches, and he might not even be Nick Chubb until half the season is over. Now, here's my thing. We see what the Cleveland Browns do best, and we saw what they could do with play action and no receivers. They better go out and get them a running back. I'm not lying to you. Like
You're not confident in Nick Chubb.
Oh, not off no injury. I'm gonna bring him along slowly.
So you're going to restructure him and bring him back, though.
Yes,
right?
restructure, bring him back, and I want I want Saquon Barkley.
Let me ask this: of all the things the Browns do, what are we most comfortable in saying is clearly repeatable for 2024?
Defense.
Play action and running the rock.
Defense.
And working off that.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, before we answer this question, I'm going to tell you right now. It's 17 games. Joe Flacco started for 5 games?
6, I think.
Yeah.
Including the playoffs.
So 6 include the playoffs. Okay, so 4 of those games, I'd say, where he was going for the 300 yards every game, I would say outside of them 4 games, the reason that the Browns had success was because of defense. Am I wrong by saying that?
Limited. Just like I said to Leroy, limited. I mean, you can look at what they did in the playoff game. That's the taste that we can't get out of our mouth
I
for 9 months.
understand that, but I'm saying the reason that the Browns season was successful this year is because the defense played really well.
I believe the defense will be good in 2024.
So you think that of all the aspects that
I think
that will carry over?
I believe it will be good. I don't have at the moment. I don't have a ton of confidence in the passing game.
I have none now.
And I have faith in Nick Chubb because I think, like I said yesterday, he's a physical freak and he will be back. And so I think the running game will be good.
The reason I was saying this is because outside of them 4 300-yard games, the offense was just okay. And I think maybe that's what led to the change because I said at the beginning of the season.
They got to get better.
I said at the beginning of the season, I said the defense is good enough to win games or help them be in games.
Right.
And the offense struggling. I get the quarterback was out and all of that stuff too. I get all that. But to me, I think that they were kind of limited on offense, and I think exactly. So the defense,
but they lost their playoff game because of the defense,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. So when the wheels fell off the defense, everything just boomed. At some point, though, in the season, it goes like this: some games the defense is going to be good, and the offense got to win it.
Right.
Some games the offense is not good, and the defense.
Special teams, right?
And that's what
I felt like for 17 games, it was you could credit the defense. To my personal
in the same vein, guys.
I think for 9.
Anthony, I'm sorry. I'm going to hijack your next topic because I think I think everybody will find this interesting, and I think the fans will find this interesting. So I'm going to mention a Browns position group. Maybe you're planning on doing this. I don't know. I think it's good. I'm going to mention a Browns position group, and I think we should all give a thumbs up if we're good with that group. Doesn't mean you can't get better, but if you're overall good with the group moving forward. If you're so-so with the group, fist. If you're not good with the group, down. Okay?
So fence right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right. Okay. All right, let's start with offensive line. All different opinions there.
That's crazy. Now look, watch. Now look, my thumb is up.
Yeah.
Because you got 6 guys to play 5. Conklin, we don't know if he's ever going to play.
Right.
Injury, I can't count on him, but you do have James, big boy, DeJuan Jones.
Yeah.
Right? So he's cool.
Okay.
Jed Wills is already on a 5-year deal. I can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. I thought the middle of the line carried the offensive line this year. So if I need 3 tackles to find 2 people.
All right, Jay, you had the one down.
Yeah, it's funny. I agreed with just about everything you said there. The middle of the interior middle of the line, center to guard.
But they also the oldest.
Here's the problem: ding after ding after ding. Batonio is at an age now. He'll be 33 next year, I believe.
Yep.
He's at an age now, and he's proved it this year. Where if it's not the back, it's the ankle. If it's not the ankle, it's the knee. That's what happens. We break down. So he's concerning. Conklin is the boat anchor to this whole ship. Yeah. His contract We didn't understand it the moment it was signed.
Yep.
We understand it even less today. It is incredibly restrictive because, as Jason has said, each group has a number, a percentage of the payroll that it can eat up. We're maxed out there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So you're not going to go out and sign a top.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
I think, and we're all in agreement. I mean, listen, if I said, I guarantee you the O-line's going to stay healthy, we're all thumbs up.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
there's
but
talent there.
That's a huge
But you can't do
bridge
that.
that I can't
Conklin,
do.
I have zero faith in staying healthy.
Me too.
But Tonio had always been healthy, but you could tell it's starting to fall apart.
But do we agree?
Jed Wills has been hurt a lot.
Do we agree we can't spend no more money?
No,
out
there's
there?
no money to be spent.
So
Yeah,
they just have to figure it out.
That's why I'm down.
They just have to figure it
That's
out.
why I'm down. And by the way, Wills improved and looked better, but early in the season, particularly in the Pittsburgh loss,
bad.
we watched him roll out the welcome mat to a strip sack fumble touchdown that decided that game. He's still that guy.
Yeah.
Now he did show improvement, but to me, he's still a question mark.
Big time. And he's had a lot of injuries.
But guys,
So-
if I had to say right now, the piece of the offensive line that I feel most comfortable about, it's Jones.
Of course. Yeah,
I feel most comfortable in him.
I'm comfortable with
He's
him.
young.
I feel most confident in Wyatt Teller.
I think
He's not that old. He's not Batonio old.
How old is he? 29?
29, I think
Yeah.
we figured yesterday.
if we that's why I say
Yeah, Bull, you might be right. Yeah, you're
if
right.
we could get 3 to play 2.
Yeah.
If I assume one of them going to be injured, the other one is going to be injured, all I need is 2. All right, so we got the
All
line.
right,
okay.
Go next
All
week.
right, running back room. Wow.
I'm like, right?
That's funny.
I'm right.
That's funny.
Again?
Yeah.
All right, I'm thumbs up because now some of this is blind faith. I get it. But if I'm going to trust anyone to bounce back for an injury on this roster, I trust Nick Chubb more than anybody else. Now, I could turn out to be wrong, but I'm confident he's going to bounce back. There's hope. Yes, there's no guarantee.
That's fine,
but I'm trusting.
and we're all in
But the room
agreement.
has other
Yeah.
But
people in it.
the problem with that is,
Yeah.
week 1 he's not going to be Nick Chubb. That's just not going to be it.
Well,
Wasn't
so
Adrian-
let-
so
let-
how long?
Adrian
Wait a
Peterson
minute.
was
How
Adrian
long
Peterson.
until
let's
he
not-
gets back?
Let's not make that declaration yet. And here's why.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
free.
Adrian Peterson did it in 8 months. Started and looked unbelievable.
How
Looked
many
like,
Nick
people-
Chubb's going to have almost
how
a
many
full
people-
calendar
right.
year.
He's the outlier. But Bull said yesterday, and I couldn't agree more. If I had to pick a comparison to Nick Chubb, to me, it's Adrian Peterson.
If he was any other back
And
in the league, I
agree-
wouldn't believe it.
I agree
Because
with
it's
you.
Nick Chubb, I believe it.
However,
Tyvis.
I'm not putting
Go
my
ahead.
season on it.
Look, here's what
no, I
I'm going to
wouldn't
do.
either.
Here's
But
what
that's
I'm
why
gonna
I
do.
was.
That's why you
pissed.
gave-
So that's why I'm this, because after that,
That's fair.
Who else you giving it
Go
to?
Listen, that's
go
fair.
get me. I'm not lying
Stop
to
the,
you.
stop
want a
the-
young- you want a
stop
young
the
back.
Barkley.
No.
Stop
Go
the,
get me Saquon Barkley.
No.
Hold on. Let me
He's
talk
always
to you.
hurt.
Let me talk to you. If you ain't going to get him, I need a bona fide running. Nick Chubb has always been better
Derrick
in the two-back
Henry.
system. He's old, too. I don't know
Still
if
led the league. Did he lead the league in
He's old,
rushing?
too.
Derrick Henry?
He better not
no.
have.
Where was Derrick Henry this year in rushing?
That's what I'm
yards?
saying. So here's my thing. I need somebody. Them carries that they gave Jerome Ford, given a back that can see and move and has some vision, that 800 will become 1,300.
I think if you get it, I would love for them to get a second back, but I don't want a Saquon Barkley who's always hurt or a Derrick Henry who's a similar type of back. If I'm going to get a second back, I think he's going to be a free agent because he was franchised, I believe. Get a Tony Pollard.
Henry was number 2.
I wouldn't mind him either.
Tony Pollard is good as a number 2
You don't think he gonna
third
get
down
paid?
back. No, he had a
Running backs
disappointing
don't
year.
get paid. They're going to get $10
And they don't.
million.
The
That's
only running back that got paid was McCaffrey because he does it
Aaron
all.
Jones got paid.
And you don't have
Not
to.
again.
You don't have to lean on a Nick Chubb forcing him back early. You can give a back that's fresh to get these touches, working back slowly into the game.
Well, that's why I'm thumbs down.
I want another back. I
All
gotta
right,
have
next one, guys. Wide receiver.
Oh Lord.
Not much to be said. We're 4 thumbs down on
And
wide
you know
receiver.
what? I was thumbs down on that room all year.
I was thumbs
while,
down
while
2
our
years in a
coach
row.
was telling us
Yeah.
we love that room.
I've been thumbs
We
down
love that
2
room. And that really,
years in a row.
And what's funny is we all obviously love Amari Cooper, but you don't
Yeah,
like
but-
anybody else. in
But
that
there's
room.
a lot of other guys in that room that we don't love.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't you listen? If you ask G. Bush who you want, what we doing at receiver, don't you tell me nobody outside of 4'4". I don't care nobody about no big body. Get open.
You want
Don't-
fast guy, yeah.
We better stretch the field.
You want Calvin Ridley? He's a free agent.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Anthony Schwartz is available. I checked.
Kill him. Hey,
Call him up. Call him up.
All right, we're all in agreement, so not much to say there.
There's only one left.
Tight end.
Oh, it's two left.
Yeah, I like tight end room.
Yeah. I mean,
You got any joke? All you need is one.
That's right.
Harrison Bryant is cool.
Harrison,
Bryant
he's a
perfectly
free agent.
fine as a number 2
He's a
tight
free
end.
agent, but
And-
Because the dude you pick up off the free agents of man.
And Njoku had a breakout year.
Breakout season.
it don't matter.
And again,
we're going to trade all our
Right.
picks and we're going to get Brock
All right.
Bowers from Georgia. Anyway.
Here's the big one on offense.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
The quarterback room.
See, this is sad because yesterday I was here, but now.
Wow, even G. Bush doesn't give a thumbs up right
It's
now.
hard to with the change.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey.
know. We don't know nothing about
here's the
who
thing.
going
I like it less today than I did yesterday.
Now, and that depends on if they sign in Flacco.
No, that ship has sailed. With this move today, out. This move today tells me all that hocus pocus that you saw with Joe Flacco,
Dang.
it ain't going to carry over. Everybody out of the room.
Right here. You signing Joe Flacco?
Yes.
You keeping him on the roster?
Bro, I am not.
I am too, but
this is the
they
year-
won't.
Hey, this is.
I
the
told
year-
you. I spoke my piece.
Hey, take it from a dude that had a divorce. It's a certain amount of years where you don't believe nothing nobody say.
Yeah.
I don't believe in your. Listen, we can wish your shoulder is injury free, but we can't do that. I can wish that Nick Chubb is coming back 100%.
Hope ain't a plan.
Hope it does not work. I saw 5 dudes roll through that room, and I heard you say, "We'll just keep moving and we'll keep." No. I need no.
We saw one that looked like he was supposed to look,
and I'm not doing.
and he will not be back.
And I'm not doing a DTR thing. He's supposed to be good.
So you tell him, wait a minute, I changed it. Is Phillip going to be on the roster next
Oh,
year?
sure.
No.
Because he's middling.
Phillips got it. All right.
Phillip.
Now, before I give you the next bit, we'll go to defensive line. But before you give your grade, keep in mind that Maurice Hurst, Shelby Harris,
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns there.
Jordan Elliott, and Zadarius Smith are all free agents.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, before you do this,
Yeah.
I got to go off. I got to ask G. Bush one question offensively.
Okay, go ahead.
Wide receiver, you said it got to be 4-4, 4-3. You don't want to hear nothing else.
Nothing.
Okay.
No big
Let me
bodies.
ask you, if a guy like Keenan Allen was available,
Keenan Allen's
Mike
100.
Evans is a free agent.
would you take
Keenan Allen's like 35.
Mike
million.
Evans,
you
he's not a
take-
free agent, though. Mike Evans is.
Okay, Mike Evans.
I would take Mike Evans.
I got 2 free agents that G would like, are Calvin Ridley and Marquise Brown. They'd both be good number 2s.
Give me Marquise Brown.
He'd be a good
Give
number
me
2.
Marquise Brown. Give me Hollywood.
All right, go to
He's
the
a number
D.
2.
Go to the D.
All right, so defensive line. I'm actually going to go thumbs up.
Watch
Wow,
this.
no
Watch
kidding.
it. Y'all
Yeah.
going to be hurt by this.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wow!
Is it
Thumbs
'cause-
down!
Is it because of Myles Garrett's performance in the last game?
No, it's because of this. All them dudes is free agents. I don't think Zadarius Smith going to be worth the money he want.
Oh, no, you got Alex Wright for him.
But you got Alex Wright, you got Ogbo, you got Miles, you got Dalvin Tomlinson, and that's it.
I think you got
Ika.
I don't trust him.
You mean that's
Isaiah
that's
McGuire.
Shelton right now.
Isaiah McGuire.
Listen, he's
See, they had all those guys and got no pressure
he's
in
Emmanuel
the Houston
Ogba
game.
right now. Here's what I'm saying.
And they were all healthy.
We've been looking for
Till that we know, that, like I told him before the show, you can't really say nothing because
You're on the field.
I'm switching to the
around
fist.
this
Okay,
week.
good.
I thought about it more.
Rules with me.
Hey,
I'm going
listen,
fist.
Around this week, everybody schedules their surgeries.
What did you
and
say,
whatnot.
Tyvis? What was your answer? You didn't give an answer.
Oh, I'm at a fist.
So we're all fist except for you. So,
here-
go ahead.
And the reason I say fist, I went back and
No,
watched.
you went thumbs
you went
down.
I down.
Yeah.
The reason I went back and watched that film, they did a very terrible job of redirecting all year. Like when they was
And
running
Houston,
them,
that's what
when they
Houston
was
beat
running
them.
them toss plays.
Yep.
We were getting outflanked, and I'm like, what are we running up there? They good at going one direction.
That's it.
That's it. All that down the line stuff, no. And here's the thing too.
Well, it's hard to do that
If-
too when you don't got nobody putting a stop sign on them tosses and zone reads.
Tyvis, if we still looking for it, if you gave me one end, just one D end, that could give me 10 sacks on the opposite of Myles Garrett.
It's impossible.
Why? I don't understand.
Not impossible.
I don't
It
get it.
is.
How?
Didn't the Eagles have 4 guys in
is.
double figures
It's
last
just,
year?
it just
It's
don't.
impossible.
I'm asking myself.
Was
Yeah.
Myles Garrett on that team?
It's crazy.
No.
It's
I
just
need
impossible
one
with
guy.
Myles. I don't know why.
Because it needs to be. And here's my thing. I know Myles didn't play very well, but here's the thing. This thing got to be evened out. Myles, you got to ask yourself. Yes, Myles Garrett didn't have a
impossible.
bunch of sacks, but somebody else got to do something.
It's literally, this is similar to, except for one time, it's similar to playing opposite corner of Richard Sherman. It's like you want, if I play opposite Richard Sherman, I'm going to get all the smoke, I'm going to get all the action. But then you get over there, and now that dude getting bombed and beat all the time, and it's just like what the heck going on?
Like,
I don't know why. And whoever plays opposite of Miles don't have production. I don't know why.
You notice this fact.
Well, Clowney did 1 year.
Well, Clowney said that they catered the game plan
and they kicked his ass out of the building.
Yeah. So there it is.
And then he went to Baltimore and had a really nice season.
And I want to ask Zadarius Smith what he think about that because I didn't see.
Jadavion said
I did not see Zadarius Smith getting.
No, I didn't either.
Any sort of like. What plane you got for him?
You know what's interesting? It's an interesting development here, and I kind of forgot about this, and this reminds me. You know how Tyvis, you said yesterday that like when he admitted that when he was a player, he was nasty. Like he would be talking trash. And we were all shocked because he's like the nicest guy.
Oh, yeah. I thought about that on my drive
He did
home.
research on Wikipedia to get
No. I didn't. No.
You said you researched players.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because, see, you wasn't here. That's not what I did. I had my position coach research the players, and I needed it on my desk when I walked in.
The position coaches were like the Mike Lucas of
now, what we did, you know how players, this is classified information, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I'm retired. So, when in 2014, the year when we won it all, we had, you know how they say great players come up with, they have routines. They have stuff that they do.
Rituals.
Yeah. So, me and my boy, shout out my boy Chris Worley at Cleveland, Glenville, Tarbloodder. We had our thing on Friday nights. Where we would slide in the females' DMs. And particularly, we would try to pick the opposing team's girl just to see if we could get a response. That's what we was living at. You know, it was Savage season. You know, I was on my Randy Savage stuff. And then when
Did you ever get responses?
A couple times. But then see if I did, then that's what I needed to go into the game. But anyways.
Then I had to tell the player, your girl's in my DMs right now.
Well, that's what he did in college, remember?
Wow. Yeah, well, what he did in college is even worse.
What I did I can't speak on the game, but what I did in one of my performances in the game is that I told the guy that his girl was getting.
Did he lose his mind?
Well, see, he thought it was a joke. So when I said it to him the first time,
showed receipts, it got real.
Yeah, he was like, "You don't know my girl," and then I dropped her name, and he said, "Oh, yeah, I know her. Yeah. We all know her."
Oh, all right, so two things here.
Oh my God.
Two things here.
Damn, Tyvis.
So
I know he was next level.
What?
By the way, first of all,
you got to take their head out the game. Now I'm gonna win. I got the edge now.
First of all, Tyvis dates himself in a positive way because he was able to slide into DMs. When the three of us were in high school, there was no DMs.
No.
G. Bush and I were sliding into AOL chat rooms.
Oh, yeah, listen.
AOL chat rooms.
Remember that?
You know what I was doing? I was passing notes.
I haven't heard of that in so long.
Yeah.
Go dial-up days.
Now if we have to wait a second for anything, we lose our mind.
What's wrong with my computer?
That's funny because that's exactly how it knows.
See, you lose your mind. But the reason I brought it up is because we have a little of the same thing with G. Bush. G. Bush, from the start of free agency, mid-March, whenever the hell that is,
right,
through the end of the Browns season, is the Kool-Aid man.
Yes.
He is the Kool-Aid man. But, and I forgot about this,
How the purple
from
flag.
the end of the season until free agency, he's very negative about the Browns.
Because of how
deservedly so.
He's hurt.
Yes.
He's hurt. And I don't blame him. I'm hurt too.
Well, I'll be wanting people to feel that emotion. Don't hold on to it, embrace it. Because when I bring up a person you need to go get, and you be like, we don't need him, I'm going to be like, remember you got smoked 45-14 and nobody was open?
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you all the time. See, there's a thing where people like to be, people think that you're being conservative or smart. You're just being scared. People just don't like change. Like they think, like the favorite word in Cleveland in the offseason is run it back. You don't get to run it back if you ain't win no Super Bowl. It's like I gotta tell people, if you ain't win no Super Bowl or no conference, you don't get a chance to run it back. People gonna make decisions. So what we starting to do is we're looking at it during the season. Yes, y'all had a great season, but when you're looking at trying to get better, you gotta sit there and look at it and nitpick a little bit. Like,
that's right.
I like Hurst, but how much he want?
Yeah.
Zadarius Smith, is he worth 10, 12 million for 5 sacks? I got to figure out somebody to get Myles Garrett. We still don't got that. And Greg Newsome, we got to send him to a football camp.
5.5 sacks. That's okay. You got listen. You got
to go to the Indiana or the
Did he have
IMG.
2 or 3 in one game though?
Boy,
yeah. You got
yes.
It's a simple process. When you looking at this is how you got to address your offseason. You got to look at everybody, coaching, front office, roster, everybody. And you got to look at them and you have to say to yourself, this is the question. Can we win a Super Bowl with this guy?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, real quick on the
answers.
linebacker, remember Sione Taki and Anthony Walker are free agents.
No, we don't need
I'm here because of JOK.
Only because JOK is fantastic.
JOK is holding it down.
But they've got to add, obviously.
And they've got to add pieces that aren't just guys. They've looked at the position of linebacker for too long. It doesn't matter. Just put some warm bodies in there. It does matter.
And finally,
give me 2 more JOKs?
Yeah. Got to get it right in the other spots. But I can't give him a down only because he was so good.
I agree with you. And we know he's coming back.
Yes. And finally, secondary, the only one that's a free agent, I believe, is Grant Delpit. Besides,
he signed an extension.
He did.
Oh, he did. I forgot about it. So it's only the fringe backup guys. I'll go thumbs up, even though it ended badly.
Listen. I'll be wanting to put my fist forward like Black Power.
I see it. You're like half.
I'm like
you guys
this.
remember the show that there would be 3 panelists and one of them was the real person?
Yeah.
And then the contestant would ask all of them questions.
That's an old show.
Like we all say, I'm Tyvis Powell. And then at the end, they say, will the real Tyvis Powell please stand up? And they do the swervy derv, like someone goes like this, and then sits down, and everybody's up and down, and then finally Tyvis stands up. That's like you right here. You're like this.
I don't want to.
I don't know.
Because Juan Thornhill and Greg Newsome, y'all. And by the way, Juan, you got on this man Adam the Bull talking real heavy. You was heavy. You had dudes on atting him. We didn't see it this year, dog. We just didn't. No disrespect.
He was hurt.
I get it.
That's why we didn't see it.
We didn't see that.
That's not an excuse.
You're right. It's not.
But look.
Can't help the club from the tub.
There it is.
You can't make the club.
Don't hate him. Make the game. He didn't come up with that. My thing is, listen, Greg Newsome, I need more eye discipline out of you. I need you to be in these route combinations more. And there needs to be, I'm a Martin Emerson. I saw a couple of Olays. Ole.
On that Brevin Jordan touchdown.
On them touchdown. Listen, I know y'all like to, listen, Jamar Chase said it. He said it. Y'all need to use this. When y'all was talking about being like lockdown central, he said, I know one of y'all, Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
He did say that.
He did say that. I need y'all to pick that back up. Good year, though, dog.